We've come to a difficult decision. This has not been an easy decision, and in order for us to explain that decision, we need to quickly go back to the beginning so you understand the full story of why we've arrived here.
When you first saw us, you first started watching us, we'd just bought Romany.
Say hello, Daisy. How do you like your new van? Is it good?
And you watched us kind of do her out and get her ready.
Hi guys, so today is the start of our big van conversion. Hopefully make it look fantastic.
And now what we need to do, Reese, is we need to take this fabric cover off this one. We have built the bed at the back.
Hello.
Hello. We've drilled our cut our second hole.
And you've seen in previous vlogs all the different vans that we've had over time. And we've travelled all over it with Romany. We've travelled all over the UK.
I don't know if you can hear us.
Come on! Hey, man, I'm getting seasick!
So we've just arrived in Scotland and this is absolutely epic. Way actually to get the footage of around here and show you.
Know that there is nothing to find. You're beautiful.
Absolutely stunning.
We're in the Lake District. We've travelled all over Europe.
Well, we've set off towards kind of Paris way, Portugal! Headed towards the Portuguese border, over the bridge.
We've shown you so many beautiful places, but it has unfortunately come to a time where we've had to just make a decision to make a complete change.
So this is a decision and a change that I think we really need. I think we need it for both of us. Emma's not too sure, she's on the fence a little bit, but I think we need it.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sold on this. Reese is really excited, but I'm kind of I'm on the fence, so to speak. And you know, I promised myself, like, I'm gonna be like a bit more positive because I've been a bit like miserable over the past few weeks and stuff and not been feeling well. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna be so positive the next time we do our vlog. And then in between, Reese comes up with a bright idea again. Anyway, you're probably wondering where we are. So yeah, how beautiful is this? We're basically in an abandoned pub car park. It's not very scenic, it's not very quiet, but we did get a good night's sleep, so it's not too bad. And the sun is proper shining. It is absolutely going for it today. It's cracking the flags. But we parked here for a specific reason. I'm just not selling it, am I? I'm not selling this new bright idea that we're going to tell you about. I need a coffee before I can even face it. I do. I need a coffee.
Sometimes in life, no matter how much you love to do something, there comes a time where everything has to change, doesn't it, eventually? Everything has to end in one way or another. And I just feel this time is now, basically. We've put so much in so far, and it's just time for a new chapter. It just is. So without further ado, there is a specific reason why we've parked in this particular car park. We're going to go now and tell you why.
First things first, let's get Daisy's pram out. No matter how long we've had this, you still can't set it up, can you? It's still complex for you. It ain't that easy, actually. It's like a battle.
Putting dog prams up ain't my virtue. Is that even a word? Virtue. It means it's not my thing, doesn't it? Virtue. It's not my virtue. If you say something's not your virtue.
No, I don't think it does. No, I know what word you're meaning, but you're not meaning that word. I can't remember what word it is that you mean, but it's not
venture.
That word.
It's not my venture to
No.
put dog prams up.
Just say it's not my forte. That's the word you're thinking of.
Right, let's do that again. It's not my forte to put dog prams up. That sounds better, doesn't it? Where's the dog? Do you want to go in your pram now? Yeah. Should we go show him what we're on about? Come on in.
What do you think about it?
So you might be thinking, I thought you were on the East Coast. We're not on the East Coast, surprise! It simply would not be Romany Pirates if it wasn't this random, would it? If we didn't throw spanners in the works like this every so often, you'd all just get bored and then you'd stop watching us, and that's not good for anybody, is it?
And I might be a bit more like relaxed and not as worn out. And
Yeah, and you might be as well. You might be thinking, Reese, we can't keep up. Just calm down, sit down, have a biscuit, have a brew, relax.
the reason that we've parked in this abandoned pub, basically, is because we are right next door to one of the biggest van retailers that there is. And so we're coming to have a look at Vanstar. Oh, do you remember when we used to have one that high?
I bet you didn't see this coming, did you? I bet you didn't see it coming. Hopefully it's not too much of a shock, but it is time for us to part with Romany. From this point on, we are actively looking to sell Romany, and we're actively looking for what our next van is, and we will explain why before you all throw your custard creams up in air. We'll explain why that is, because there's a couple of specific reasons
Reese
why
is
we're
actively
making.
looking. I'm just joining in gently because I'm not 100% sold yet.
She will be when she sees what I've got in mind.
I feel like she meets every requirement, bar just a couple. Like, I'm not sure there's a need, but I'm willing to look, I'm willing to consider. Too
Black
short,
one, Emma.
though, innit? That is nice.
Imagine
though,
our
that.
logo on the side of that one.
Imagine how hot that'd be, though. About that.
Out there, I'm stuck. Emma, have you got out here? Oh, here we go. Should have brought my balloon with me.
When you get a longer Ford, they just add the length on the back and the wheels stay in the same place. But that's got like a much further apart wheelbase. That's a lot bigger. They're not as wide.
Are they not?
No, Fords are a lot wider.
It's
That's-
just, yeah, you're thinking a Luton, it just feels the same as like a van, doesn't it?
You need steps, don't you, though? I mean, look at the height of that.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a lot shorter. That's one of the shorter Lutons, isn't it, I think?
I
But
think
then
it
does
is.
that give you
Aye,
any
innit?
more space?
I don't know, this is the thing.
You've got the same height, really, because look at what you're losing underneath. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're losing like that much underneath, and it's only that
No,
much
I think that's an
taller than that
optical
one.
illusion.
No, I don't know, because look, if you compare the height of the two vans, that one's only that much taller. So it's not really taller, is it? If you were to take the wheels off and drop that box down, I bet it's the same height inside as that. It's the width. I mean, look at that, it's the width. Like, yeah. You can probably...
What are you doing?
I'm hugging the van. You can probably, once you've got your insulation in, touch both sides. Is that the same as Romany then, or? I don't know, like, what's an illusion? What's actually like, because even when I look at it, like the measurements, I can't get the feeling. You need to get a feel for the space. We need to get inside one. We need to get a feel for the space.
And there lies the first reason, really, that we've decided to part with Romany. And it has been a really, really difficult decision. That's our home. We love Romany to pieces, but we do want more space. And we'll talk, like, as the vlog goes on, we'll talk why that is, why we want more space, you know, particularly for us. Romany is an incredible van, she really is. But at the moment, it's important for us to have the space, which is why we're probably looking at a Luton or something sprinter size, basically. Exactly the same as Romany.
She's
look.
a short wheelbase. She's little. Look how small a little. Look how small.
Oh, it's
her
like
legs
like
are.
Romany's little sister.
See that? Yeah, that's not as high up off the ground. Look.
No, but that's a
got-
low loader, I think they call that.
But that's a lot more. It might be. Yeah, it's got those double doors at the back.
Yeah, with double doors, it's usually classed as a low loader.
They're the same. This one's a bit wider. One of the problems as well, though, with going bigger, and one of the benefits of having Romany, is that because Romany, it's a bit hard to get your head around this, it's mathematics. So if you're not ready, get yourself a coffee, give you a second, get your custard cream. Ready? So, because Romany is smaller, but she can still carry the same weight, so she's still under 3.5 tonne, but she's a smaller vehicle. So therefore the weight of the vehicle is less. So essentially, she can carry more, if that makes sense. So obviously her payload is bigger than what you'd get if you get Romany in an extra long wheelbase. So Romany's a long wheelbase, but if you got her in an extra long, because of the extra weight of the vehicle, the payload on it becomes less. And that's one of the issues that we're also having now, is kind of, well, because me and Reese can only drive up to 3.5 tonne, are we going to end up with a mattress in the back of a Luton because that's all we can fit in it because of the weight?
A Luton obviously weighs more because it's a bigger van. A Mercedes Sprinter obviously weighs more. It's a bigger van. So that's the compromise. But I think we can get around that. I think we'll be fine. We need to get in the back of one of these Lutons, because here's my question. Is a Luton like this bigger than a Mercedes Sprinter? That's the question, really. The space is really, really important to us for a number of reasons. And so we're looking at, like I say, like a Luton or a Sprinter or something like that. I'm guessing you're still in shock. I'm guessing you're still sat at your TV screens going like, we did not see that coming. Actually, you should have seen it coming, because in at least the last 3 vlogs, Emma and I have kind of been discussing this, and you'll just kind of see on B-roll like a Luton going past. I have left you some clues, so if you didn't pick up on that, that's not my problem. Got a little market here, Emma.
Yeah. This looks really nice.
Little,
Oh, look. Got a nice van. Quite like that van. Would you consider that for the future?
We'll see, shall we? Look at this cute little
I
thing.
think you should go for that, Reese.
It's cute, isn't it, that? Look at
that.
this. Yes, get a tent in back of there, Em.
Build it up like a wooden house on back. Build a little wooden tiny house on back of it.
Right, there's a VW Crafter over there that looks
I
massive.
can't see a Sprinter anywhere.
No, I don't think they have Sprinters. Why would they not have Sprinters here?
Because Sprinters are
There's
like
definitely
the
not
biggest,
500
aren't they?
plus vans either. Probably counted about 25 so far.
Well, all these are vans, though, aren't they, technically? It's
Yeah, I
transits.
suppose. They're not what we
Little
class
mini
as a van.
transit. What's that one he's just brought in?
It's a VW Crafter.
I don't think that's quite long, isn't it, that Crafter there? But
That's not as big as a Sprinter, isn't
I
that?
know
It's
how
nowhere
much-
near as big as a Sprinter.
But then look at the parking space as well. Now, you see, that VW was quite long. That looks longer. I don't know. Yeah, this is what I think you remember it bigger than it was, you know. Because when we had our other, we had the kids' seats there. We had a cupboard there. And then the bed went there, a sofa that folded down into a bed with a bunk bed.
Is this, so this is just the
So
same
this is
size basically as a
yeah,
Sprinter?
it's basically the same.
I am remembering them bigger then.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get a jumbo Sprinter, but
Yeah, I think we've got one big, massive Sprinter in.
Oh, really helpful guy.
Really
so
helpful.
Really
Really
nice,
nice chap.
really nice people here. So he's basically saying we haven't seen half of it. There's another site.
we're in wrong place.
We're in wrong place as always, aren't we? Got it wrong. We're lost
We've
again.
got lost in a van sales.
How do you
room
get
car
lost
park.
in a van sales car park? They're not even for sale. We're just in car park. So anyway, he's directed us. He said we can get a nice cold drink, have a look on this computer thing, and then he said there's just loads and loads of the bigger vans up there.
We've got a Ford Transit.
Them all the different models that can be the length that you need it to be.
It's a bit posh, this, isn't it? It's gone a bit well, look. Look at that one. You see, but then would you be red hot? But then if your insulation's good, you won't be, would you?
Brewer, he said I could have a brewer, yeah.
I'd like a cold drink,
A cold drink.
if we've got any. Nissan Peugeot. I don't know what Citroen's like. Does anybody know what Citroen's like? Put it in comments if you know anything about Citroens. I've never had a Citroen.
We've had Renault, we've had Mercedes, we've had some older vehicles, and then obviously Romany's a Ford. We love Renault. We got rid of the little Renault because it was, again, too small.
It's got aircon lock. Oh, that's expensive though. Look at price.
Yeah, too much for us, that. When you're looking at these vans, you've got to leave yourself enough room, budget-wise, obviously, to do a van up. As we do this new van up, obviously, we can talk through with you kind of the budget and how we're going to do this up and everything like that as we kind of go through it.
Look at that one. That's extra long.
Yeah, extra long. Now, is that 3.5? Yes, it is, I believe. Yeah,
L4 extra long. Right, so I think weirdly enough these top three look all right.
We've got this one that's got one owner, aircon, sat nav, so it's got all the three things that one needed to have. 45,000 miles, which isn't too bad. That's long wheelbase, a high top. And then you've got this one, which is, again, it's a Vauxhall, but it's a Luton one. That's got one owner, aircon, 2018, so it's a bit older than I wanted, but that's done 19,000, so a lot less miles. And then you've got that Ford 2021, which is an extra long.
I think what we need to do is narrow it down to size first. So we've picked 3 out that we're going to have a look at. The first job is to narrow down the size. Let's have a look in the back of a Luton basically is the first thing, and get a gist of how big that is compared to this like Vauxhall Movano, and just start with size first, because once we know, we might get in and go, yeah, Luton definitely. If it's definitely a Luton, then obviously we can start then adding on what the requirements are, which one of them is aircon for Daisy, for when we do our European trip. We just can't have her in the heat without that aircon this time round, so that's an absolute must. So we're going to go now and check out a Luton.
When we walk over to the other bit where all the big vans are, can you just get in them, or are they...
Sorry, where's that?
He said to go that way and round. And
No, it's locked up.
is that locked up?
It'll be locked up, yeah.
Right.
So James is going to come with us and show us what potentially could be our new van. So first job, get the tape measure, because we're going to need the tape measure to see what kind of space we're playing with. I've just been saying to Emma that we still don't know if a Mercedes Sprinter is bigger, which is kind of been my question, but Emma's just been saying that actually the Vauxhall Movano long wheelbase is the same as a Sprinter.
Crafter.
Sorry, Crafter. So what's been in my head of the size of a Sprinter apparently is not realistic or something. I don't know, because we have had a Sprinter before, as I say, but I'm remembering that Sprinter has been a lot bigger, I think. James, who's looking after us today, has basically confirmed that, basically said that's the same. So get a tape measure, we're going to go and compare. If this isn't making any sense, it's not really making any sense to us either at the minute. We're just trying to kind of break it down. And yeah, that's the first job, is to see what kind of size we're playing with. A few things we want in, which again we'll talk more of the reasons why and stuff. But I've always wanted a fixed bed. Romany's bed is so easy to put down.
Still moans.
And I still moan, but it's just that little bit of a fixed bed. And we're both, you know, I do a lot of art, as you know, and it's having that little bit of extra space when you're on the road for stuff like that.
See, I don't think you're going to get the fixed bed, because I think if you get the fixed bed, you're going to lose so much space inside for somewhere that you sleep.
Yeah. However, a Luton might just fix that.
Yeah, that would.
They said turn right.
Turn right.
And right
so
again.
Where are we going? I said you can't miss it, but I feel like I'm missing it.
We should have got ET and sent ET down the road to have a look.
Yeah, that'd have been a better idea.
We'll just have to say though, massive shout out to Vanstar for how we've been treated rocking up here today.
Oh, they're really nice, and they're not pushy.
Not push it all.
No.
Leave you to it, don't they?
You have to go to them, and you know, like you can walk around and you haven't even got somebody coming up and going, oh, can I help you? You know, it's just, I hate that, it drives me mad.
Yeah, or trying to push to sell a van. They're not like that. They're like, take your time, help to sell us to a cold drink, looking at them comfortably, because what you don't want to do in this situation is rush anything.
No.
You want to take your time, go away, have a think. For us, you're playing with a new home. It's equivalent to buying a new house, isn't it? So,
Where are we going?
what we're doing here?
I don't know where we're going.
I think we're getting lost again here.
He said turn right, didn't he?
It's like a compound thing up there, and if you look on your right where that Luton's parked up there,
Oh, that's got to be where it is then, hasn't it?
I've just come up a bit further on to save Emma walking for pointless reasons if it's not up here, because once again we are lost. You can't miss it, but it's talking to us, isn't it? So of course we can miss it. But this looks at it, guys, it looks like we've finally arrived at our destination. It's got to be it, hasn't it, this? Yes, found it. Right, I'll ring Emma. She's on her way now. What a beautiful day this is. It's absolutely cracking the flags. It's meant to be like this all week as well. It's meant to be absolutely beautiful. I think summer's here. We're approaching May now, aren't we, I think? And it's finally here. So he said that this compound is open. We can open vans, we can have a look in vans, we can get a tape measure out, start measuring where the kitchen's going to go in the new van. It's all exciting, isn't it? Like, I'm really excited. Wow, look at all these vans. Now this, yeah, there must be about 300 vans here to have a look at, guys. But it's a really exciting time for us, as well as being, it's not been an easy decision on this. It might look like it's just been like, boom, where did that come from? But the reality is it's not been an easy decision. We've been sort of saying for some time, oh, it'd be nice just to have a little bit more space, to have visitors, to have guests around. A bigger van would mean that I can make people cheese on toast and they can come round for cheese on toast and a cup of tea. You all right there, love? This process will be interesting, hopefully interesting for you guys that are looking for your first vans. Hopefully we're going to be pointing out things that we're looking for. The do's and don'ts of buying a new van, I guess. You're getting to see what you never got to saw with Romany. When you first saw us on that very first episode, you know, all that time ago, you only saw us with the van, you never got to experience what it were like actually choosing one. So hopefully this is interesting for you from a point of view of what it's actually like choosing a van and what we're looking for when we do choose a new van.
I have to get my spreadsheet ready, don't I, Reese?
Your spreadsheet?
Yeah, you've got to compare your mileage, your road tax, your miles per gallon, your space, your price, how many owners, how old it is, what mod cons it's
Never
got
going to
in
end
it.
this, is it?
You've got to put it all in a spreadsheet and then you've got to weigh it up, and then by the time you get it down to your last three and you go look at them, they've all sold. Come on then. Left a leading van. Tie my handbag strap round her.
A lot of vans here, isn't there?
Just a few.
More like it,
Oh, I
innit?
can see that one there, it is, look.
Oh yeah, that black
Stands
one.
out from rest. That's nice as well, look at that one, VW.
That green one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? So this is the one we're going to look in, guys, this black one here. And then we've just spotted this green one, which will look nice in forest, won't it?
VW. And it's definitely longer. That's like a normal long wheelbase. It doesn't have the lockable doors, Reese. Like it doesn't have the locks that you put on them. Get some lighting job. It's all panels, so it's one of your jobs done.
That's the thing, innit? Getting these on, guys, it's not an easy task if that's already
we'd
done.
have to take them all off and insulate underneath, but
That's
at least
true,
you've got them cut to size.
Yeah,
haven't
that's it, they should screw back on, aren't
And then you'd have to take your bulkhead out. This is a lot thinner, I think, though, than ours, this.
they? Is it?
Well, if you think we've got the seating to there.
I think it's probably the same size.
We've got the seating there, then we've got the toilet. Oh, do you know, you're probably not, yeah.
Do you think your bed's going to come to here?
You have a fixed bed here like that? Because for starters, because they're not as wide. Oh,
You're seeing this on a different lens, guys, as well. That's reality.
You see, you could just about have play that way. It just fits my hair in.
Right, there's not much room though,
But
is
you
there?
could only just about do it because it gets thinner as you go up as well, remember. This is the base. Once you move this bed higher up, you've already probably lost that. But obviously you can cut into the panels and have a little bit of extra there. If you decide to do it this way, which is what we've done before, which gives us more width. Oh, door's shutting on me. And, oh, ow, splinter. I can't get back up now. Like a fish out of water. You're looking at it being to about there. So then that's the area for your kitchen, your seating, your shower. So you'd have your shower there, wouldn't you? Because you'd have enough space to have your shower here. That would bring you to there. And then most of the time people have the kitchen on that bit where we don't normally, but if you had your kitchen on that bit. But then you've literally got that.
Yeah, it's
your
not much.
kitchen and your seating.
How is that not much different to Romany then?
Because you're putting a shower in.
Ah, yes. That's the other thing. We do want a shower in this. Ah, nearly fell. We do want a shower in this new van.
We'll have a sofa in front here that goes across there, and that's your sofa. And then that's your kitchen. And then you have like your shower in the corner there. But that's always put me off, having a toilet and a shower where your kitchen bit is. Like ours is quite a distance away, innit? Oh, that's right. I've got a splinter stuck in my finger, Reese.
That's a nice looking van though, isn't it? I don't know if it's worth the upgrade for that little bit of size that it does give us. So let's have a look at another one. If you want to see the front briefly. Oh, that's nice.
I think that's aircon. You've only got 2 pedals, not enough pedals.
There's not enough pedals.
It feels a bit like
Bit basic, innit?
like a Jeep.
Yeah.
Do you know that feeling of a Jeep in front?
VW, yeah, I don't think they've...
It's got a very tiny wheel. It's really small, that. Like ours is bigger than that. Look how tiny that is, like you're getting a Mini.
Let's have a look at a Luton. This is the Luton we're looking at. It's a Renault, which we do like Renault. We've had a couple of Renaults before. Let's have a look inside it first. Because this is the thing, you've got to get a gist for whether you could.
And that's a manual. I don't think this one had aircon.
No, it's got no bells and whistles. It's got no sat-nav, no aircon.
Yeah, we'd need to get an upgrade from this, but it'd give you an idea of the size, but we would need an upgrade.
Emma's always wanted a Luton, and I'm coming round to the idea, now that I'm here. I am coming round to the idea.
That's
I
a
don't
minibus.
think...
It's a minibus.
Oh, is it? Oh, what a shame. That's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit. It's got. You'd have to report seats
No.
out, and then you'd have to reclassify it as well, wouldn't
No,
you?
thank you. Keep your life easy, that's your first point, guys. If you find one that's got a window already in it, grab it. That's what we did with Romany. She already had the windows in, so we didn't need to bother putting windows in. Out like that.
We need one that's
Snap
not
the
got a
hand off.
tail lift on back, so we can get in it. There's your difference. So this one's lining up with the front of the Luton. That one is, I think, a little bit further back. It's not quite as far forward.
You got 3 measurements.
Oh no, that is far forward. Right, so you've got... So that's a Citroen
That's
relay.
quite handy, isn't it, that
Yeah,
angle?
that's a really good idea. You can get a gist. That's a Citroen relay. This one is a Ford Transit Jumbo,
Oh,
which is, it's actually a little bit further forward than the others, so you've got a little bit more on the
and then you can see the Luton jutting out, but with the Luton, you have
get
the
the
bed over the
overhead.
cab, which is a game changer.
So let's have a look at the front height. So that's where the difference is, isn't it? Look. So you've got, because that comes down at the front, look. Whereas obviously that goes straight. You know what I mean?
That Luton's nice, isn't it?
That you're getting the extra.
It's that bed over that
Height
cab
on.
there. That's your game changer, isn't it?
Yeah. That's got a much wider front. Can you see how wide that is
Yeah.
over the top? Compared to that goes in thin, look.
Yeah. I like that one. But then your bed's gonna not be as big, innit?
You'd have to sleep the other way, wouldn't you? You'd have to have that. You'd have to sleep that way, wouldn't you?
We're gonna have to get in. So this is the Luton. So you'd have your bed going over there, and there's just something really spacious about these. It's just really spacious about them.
I've come back into the back of the Crafter to kind of try and measure up, because there's so much of it that's like an illusion, an absolute illusion, because in a panel van, it tapers inwards, so you're losing about sort of, 7, 8, 10 centimetres as it tapers in at the top, which makes it feel much smaller than a Luton, which is much more square, and obviously it's just a complete box in it. In terms of the length, and we're in the back of the VW Crafter here, in terms of the length, the actual length of the back of this is exactly the same as the length of the back of that L3 Luton that we've just got in. Exactly the same length, apart from you're losing the length that goes over the bulkhead. So you're losing there kind of, I don't know, maybe about a metre that kind of goes over, just a bit less, about 80 centimetres I think. But it's we've just been saying how this is a really good example of like a great panel van. Like it's set up perfect. It's a great colour. It feels very wide. It's it's a great setup. The flooring and everything's already kind of there for you. Panelling's there for you. You've not got as much to do. Obviously, still a lot to do. But you can feel the difference in it. There's such a difference in terms of the feeling of space. In terms of the layout, I think that's what you were just saying, wasn't it? In terms of like where you have your bed, because in a van like this,
I'm going to open this door for you because I bet the light's really bad. If we can get a bit of light in here. There we go. Get a bit of light on the subject. Cracking flags today. So in a layout like this, as soon as you come in, you're probably going to have your kitchen in this sort of area. We have our seating here, and we have our seating here because I love being able to look out, start through the side window or having the door open. So you're either going to have an L-shaped sofa here or you're going to have your kitchen here. Either or, this space is gone like it is in ours. And then on this bit here in the middle, this is where you're gaining this bit of extra space, like you've got a bit of extra space there. So this is where we currently have our kitchen sort of set out like this. But in reality, when you kind of map that out, we have our kitchen there. We would have, at this point here, probably, we would have that wall that comes down, that separates our van off, and behind that we have then 3 foot of a bed. So you're gaining this extra space here, which is about the width of a shower. But if Reese is wanting a fixed bed, you're immediately losing that. That's completely gone then. You're back to the same length of vehicle that we've currently got now inside.
So yeah, so what I'm saying is on the Luton, the bed is out of the way, it's done. You don't even need to worry about your bed. That's up there. You can have a little sitting space under your bed. Have to use your imagination here a little bit. And then the back doors, like imagine if this is your back doors, your bed's not going here on a Luton. So your bed is already above the bulkhead there on a Luton, it's gone, it's out of the way. So then all the floor space here in a Luton, here's the difference. Whereas this would have to be a bed here, in a Luton it doesn't. So in a Luton, you can have a little sitting area there, you can build a little porch area here, but that's the difference, and that's why, because I couldn't get it around my head. I was like, I don't understand how by the tape measure it can be exactly the same, and the reason it's an illusion is because you've got to remember that in a Luton you can put your bed out of the way, it's done, it's forgotten about. As where in a panel van, you have to include the bed in the actual floor space layout, and that's the difference, and that's why when you see these on social media and stuff like that, it looks bigger because you've not got to contend with your bed in a Luton. That's the difference.
This was the back of a Luton. I would like the wall to be like here. So I'd like to create like a cottage door, window door, you know, like you see an internal wall, an internal door here, that then you can go through into an outside area that obviously once your back doors are shut, it's shut off. But this would otherwise be an outside area where at this side you can maybe have like a little seat so you can sit out and you've got a little porch area. But on this side you could have your shower and your toilet.
Bed's out of the way, your toilet's out of the way, and your shower is out of the way. And then imagine the space with all those 3 things out of the way. And that's the only reason really we're looking to upgrade Romany. That's it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Romany. It's actually going to break our hearts to part with her. But when it comes to space, like I say, it's been one hell of a decision, and I think Emma's coming round to it now. I think Emma's coming round. Emma's always liked Lutons. And if we go back, actually, Emma wanted a Luton originally way before we got Romany, because we've been doing van life for nearly 14 years now. So out of all the vans we've had, Emma's always wanted a Luton, and it's always been me that's had to come round to the idea of a Luton. And today I've jumped on board with Emma, seeing the potential that a Luton can offer you. And yes, you've got the weight problems to overcome, which we'll discuss as we go through this process with you, why that can be an issue. We're well aware of all those things that a Luton could bring, the problems that a Luton could bring with it. But there's always a compromise on any van you choose, and what the Luton does is it ticks the box, which is the only reason for upgrading Romany is the space that we need. She's laying down again, look, in the back of a van. Why are you keep laying down in back of vans?
Because this is the width.
Oh, this is airy.
Yeah, this is the width that a Luton would be once you put your insulation in.
That's pretty, isn't it?
Right. But it's big, because in a Luton I can stretch my arms all the way out. But once you put your insulation in, you're probably looking at this sort of thing.
But if you look, guys, here...
But this is more boxy, that's why I got in here.
And also, your bed would have to still go here.
Yeah.
It's the only place for the bed to go. And so in a Luton, it goes up there, it's out of the way. Here, it doesn't, it has to go here, so you lose that space.
You can see the difference in the feeling in this one, because this is, it's wider going up. A lot of people choose these. So if you are looking for a van, a lot of people choose these ones. I think this is a boxer. And a lot of people choose these ones because they don't curve in as much going up.
They keep their width a little bit more. You can see how much more boxy this is than the other one. I think now we need to go and find a nice little place where we can sit.
Yeah, have a nice cool drink.
Yeah.
Red hot in front of you.
Mull over
Beautiful day, but
decisions of the future. Let's make a move then.
yeah, I think we've decided, haven't we?
Yeah, we've decided, I think. Just go and mull it over. Let's see if we can find... I really want some water. Sit by some water and drink some water. That's what I want.
Slight change of plan, as always. So we're just looking for a little pub or a cafe or something that we could just chill out and mull things over. And we've just passed this place that sells actual converted vans, converted motorhomes. So we're just going to take a look here at kind of the other options. I think we're pretty much decided, but let's give this a chance for just a second.
I thought I'd walk in it and go, oh, I don't like them, they're awful. This is actually
nice?
Really nice.
What is this, a motorhome?
No, just don't because right, this is like £70,000. Right,
I can't afford that.
Completely different to the cost of a van. But I thought I'd get in it and hate it, and look at it.
Oh.
Look at that. You've got 2 seats in back, so you can carry more people. Cooker. All your cupboards, everything.
Bed up
Microwave. Bed up there. 2 beds at back. But you can see the bed. Now, this is what I were on about, though, to you. When you were saying you want the fixed bed in the Luton, I were on about doing it like this, because you can. This comes out, look, like that, and then you fold your mattress out, so you get a double. But then because it pushes back, you don't lose your head height. It's really nice.
It's a bit posh, isn't it? Come back here to another bedroom.
I mean, that.
Telly on
we
wall.
wouldn't have beds in back, would we? But it would be nice to have the option of having a fold-down bed as well
This
for like
is
people
mental,
staying.
isn't it?
Way beyond our budget.
Unfortunately, let me out.
But I do like it. Look, you've even got screens, look.
I know, it's just...
But you get ideas for them, can't you?
This
Do
one's
you know
a
what I mean?
Fiat.
This is much longer than a Luton though, isn't it? Like, look at
Oh yeah, a lot longer, yeah. Blooming heck. I just think with these motorhomes are beautiful, they really are, but does it lose our character? Probably, yeah. It's just not us, is it? You know, it's not that old cottage thrown together look, but they are absolutely stunning. What the hell's that? Look at the size of this.
What is that van?
This is like a jumbo jet, but it's a van.
What is it?
It's an Iveco,
Oh yeah, the big Ivory.
but that is massive.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Beautiful carpets.
Not a lot of space though, is
Not a lot of space at all.
Suddenly you've gone from that.
I expected it from the outside look. It looked like it was going to be massive inside.
You've gone
Very
from
cramped.
that Luton shape, haven't you, to a panel van.
Yeah,
now that's
yeah.
the difference, isn't
So
it?
it makes a difference.
Now
Doesn't it?
you
For us,
can-
it does anyway.
Now you've only got a walkway all of a sudden. And look how slim the beds are.
Yeah, that would be a no from me,
That's
I'm afraid.
completely different, isn't it?
That would be a no from me.
Why is everyone we want to get in locked?
Because it's against the law to get in that one. They won't let you. They don't want you in it. So this is, what van's this, Emma?
That one is,
This is cute, isn't it?
that's a Fiat.
So you've got your, let me just show you this layout, guys, here, right? So you've got
See,
your,
this feels more spacious.
you've got your sitting room here. That's that done. You've got your kitchen area here, which feels very much, you know, very spacious there. And then through here,
Where do you sleep?
I was expecting a bedroom. You've
That's
got
your bathroom.
a bathroom
Oh,
here.
you must have to make the bed up here. This must be a bed.
So I'm back to having to make the bed up, which is a
No.
no-go for me.
No.
This is the problem that we've got. Emma's sat there. I want to go to bed. I can't go to bed, and vice versa. If Emma wants to go to bed, but Emma tends to stay up a lot later than me. I like to get into bed and read my book.
This one you've got your fixed bed, but it's
at these.
really tiny.
These seats are amazing.
Like, where's
Oh,
your
that's nice as well. Look, you've got surround sound windows.
Where's your sitting room though?
There,
Yeah,
that's
but
it.
that's it. You know, there's no sofa. Where do you chill?
On
Because your
bed.
bed looks taken up. Your bed's taking up all the space. You can probably make that into 2 seating areas, I
I'm going to
think.
surprise her here,
think
guys.
that
Watch,
must
she won't be
split off into a
expecting this.
seating
Hello!
I think that must open up and split into a seating area at the back, actually. I think this is your sitting area.
That's not a bad layout.
A lot of
And then you've
people
got
do that,
garage
don't they?
space. Look, you've got all garage space under here.
No, because that's your seating area, Reese. You take this cushion off, this is your seating area, your sofas. So there's no garage space because this is where your legs would go, under here.
So that'd also be a no, wouldn't it?
I want to go to bed and I don't want to go
That's
to bed.
the same problem. We're back to the same problem. If one of us wants to go to bed and the other one wants to sit up and read a book, you can't.
You'd have to sit on front seats, wouldn't you?
You'd have to sit on front seats.
But then that don't feel very...
And that's not very nice, is it?
There's no
Let me
room for
see.
Daisy either.
Just let me see how comfy. No.
There's no room for Daisy either to sit down, is there? Look at that!
This were like our little Renault, guys.
A toilet and a shower. This one not like our Renault.
How have they got a
Toilet and a shower.
How
and
have they got a
pot
toilet and how do you shower there?
Stand outside, wouldn't you?
Oh, that's
And
genius.
look, screen.
Yeah.
telly.
Guys, you've got to give credit, haven't you, where it's due. That is
Screen for
little
TV.
seating area, little cooking facilities. To say that's a car, so this is basically a car, guys, isn't it? Like,
That's all right if you're on your own, innit?
that's a little genius thing, isn't it? That, I love that.
A lot of space in that, actually. That's not bad. Reese!
It's a lot of money, isn't it, that? It's a lot of money. These are all lovely, but we can do it cheaper ourselves.
Reese.
And we keep our character, our personality. Just don't have 100 grand to spend on these. Who has £100,000 to spend on a camper van? That's a lot of money, isn't it? Like Cilla Black used to say on Blind Date, it's a lot of money.
That's clever, isn't it?
And we can get a Luton, we can put our character on it, we can put our stamp on it, and we can lay out. But looking at these, there's some pretty good ideas. Emma? I think she's stuck in that bed. I had a banging, like, help me.
Look at this.
What are you doing?
Well, I just spotted these on the floor. Look.
Oh.
Masses of cold storage. It's really cold in there.
That's clever, isn't it?
This one's the same, then you've got your batteries under there, so that's an idea. You could higher the roof because you've got the height. So if you had a high top one, obviously it wouldn't work in that one we just looked at, but if the one a bit taller, you could higher the roof up and you've got a false floor with loads of storage under the floor. It's posh and stuff, it is some people's style, but does that say who we are?
Nah, I'm just saying that it's no character on who we are, is it?
We're not into having, you know, hot running water and that. Although we have just upgraded some stuff in Romany, which if Reese would have decided about this idea of going onto another van, I wouldn't have done. But whoever buys it is now going to get a hot shower because we've just upgraded her to having a hot Julka shower and hot running water.
Right, back to the plan of mulling it over with an ice cold lemonade. In our heads now, just been discussing it off camera, and in our heads, I think we've made our mind up of exactly how we want this new van to look and exactly which one we're going to be going for. So, the end of an era.
The end of an era. Poor Romany. We haven't
all
told her
over.
yet, so don't say anything.
No,
'cause we haven't
don't
told
let her know.
No, yeah.
Attacked. So yeah, if anybody does want to buy Romany off us, just send us an email and we'll kind of give you the blurb of what she does and what have you on what she does.
What she does.
She's a fan.
We have actually, like I say, just upgraded her as well. I'm just going to stop for a minute because this hard to push her in.
Yeah, it's too hard on here.
We have actually just upgraded her as well, so she's now got what you call the Julka shower, which you might have seen. They're quite expensive, and it means that you can kind of chuck the pump into any river or any water source whatsoever, basically, loch, river, whatever, and have a hot shower. And it filters it, so she's got that now as well, and I'm thinking about connecting that to the actual tap. I'm just not sure how much we'd use that or how much people would use that if it's hot water out of the tap. So, but she's got some extras, some additionals. So yeah, just send us an email and we'll tell you the details
Send us an
about
email.
it.
Well, yeah, if you're interested.
I'm like sad,
send
but
us
I'm
that.
happy. I'm
I know,
excited, but I'm
it's the end of the
sad.
era. We are gutted at the same time, but space needed to take priority, and we'll kind of let you know more about that as the next couple of vlogs go on, really.
And I think the important thing to say as well is that if people are looking for a van and they are considering Romany as a van, you know, that we said before, and I still maintain this, that she is the best size to go for, because, you know, she's obviously she's not too big. She's a long wheelbase, but for a Ford, a long wheelbase is smaller than like if you were looking at a Peugeot or a Crafter or whatever, you know, they're a lot smaller. So she's got the length that you need, but she's not too long. And you've got the height that you need, but she's not too tall. And because of that, it means you've got way more scope for putting more weight in her, you know, which you don't get in a lot of other vans, so you don't have as much to think about with that. So obviously she's under 3.5 tons, so, you know, she's unique. You're not gonna, you know, you saw us build it, you know, if you've watched our channel for a while, you've seen us build it. The love and the care that's gone into building Romany, and the memories that she's given us has been absolutely amazing. And you do get really attached, so like your kids, you know, you get really attached and you get really upset, but it is time for somebody else to enjoy her now and for us to move on and to pastures new and get something new, you know. But she's a very low mileage van for the age as well, you know, because we got her extremely low mileage, like she'd barely been used when we got her, so kind of the miles that's been put on there has been us. And she's been like fully maintained and serviced and MOT'd by the main dealer all the way through as well, so she's got like a really good history with her and everything, and brand new proper good tyres, which are, you know, really expensive, really good tyres. So there's loads about her. We can send you all of that in an email if you're interested, but yeah, I hope she goes to somebody that's going to really enjoy her and that's going to carry on to have adventures in her all over the world, you know, and go to places that we haven't been to, and, you know, and just really enjoy. I sound like I'm saying bye to my child, don't I? But that's how it feels, isn't it?
It does feel like that, and it is, you know, it's the end of an era, and the adventures that we've had in her have just been absolutely incredible. And it's gutting. It really is gutting. It's not been an easy decision as this, you know, for either of us. And yeah, it's gutting. But as I say, it's the end of an era. It's time for more space for us. And over the next couple of vlogs, we'll give you a full retour of Romany, and, you know, kind of do that. We won't make that the whole vlog because it might be a bit boring, might it? But, you know, we'll do we'll include a full tour in the next vlog, or the one after that. Let's see how it goes. But yes, so that's it, innit?
And the only downside to all of this, though, is that you've got to make this decision yet again, Reese, at a time when we're literally going to be going off to Europe soon, and you've left me with like no time yet again. Every single time we get a new van, do we do it with 6 months or a year to spare before we start travelling Europe? No, we do it with like weeks to spare. I cannot believe you've done it to me again.
It makes it fun though, doesn't it? It makes it fun. It's entertainment. It's entertainment for you, like it's entertainment for you. And it's entertaining for me, because I get to pass tools, yeah, which we'll talk about that. On this build, I'm going to try my best and learn stuff and learn how to do stuff.
I'll hold you to that.
Yeah, well, there's about 300 people watching this that can also hold me to it. So yeah, so that's it, guys. The decision's been made. We have mulled it over. We're going to go for a Luton. Here come the comments of, no, don't do that. We've done our research, we've done van life for 14 years, we know what we're getting ourselves into, we know the difficulties that a Luton will bring, but it will give us that space and a specific layout, which I think we've explained. We're after a very specific, really niched layout, which only a Luton can offer us. So yeah, we have decided we are going to get a Luton. Now begins the hunt for which Luton, which model, which make. I'm a big fan of old classic VWs. It would be nice to have that VW badge on there, but I do like Fords as well, and Renault. We absolutely love Renault, despite the bad rep that sometimes Renault get. We love Renaults. We've had a few Renault vans and we love them. I think that's it. What we're going to call it?
Yeah, get thinking about that. We need to know what we're going to call her.
Don't think too much though, because we've already decided that. Don't want you wasting your time. So that is it, guys, from us. Thank you so much for watching. Catch us next Tuesday at 8 PM as we carry on this epic adventure, and the selling of Romany officially begins now. Keep writing your own story.